Hey everybody, it's Mike again, and I'm going to do a quick kind of male makeup tutorial. These are things that I do to myself, you know, when I'm going out, you know, like to work or whatever, clubbing. Sometimes I take it a little further than what I'm going to do this morning, but these are just basic things you can do to yourself to kind of make you look a little bit more polished. So for me, the first thing I'm going to start with is I'm going to start working on my brows. So I'm going to be using MAC brow set. I don't know if you can even see where that is. Yeah. So, anyways, so it's just basically got the wand. With this, either use a clean wand every time, or just make sure you're completely wiping it off before you can put it in there. Otherwise, it's going to end up kind of, you can see I had actually did my brows and didn't clean the wand before so it'll end up a little cloudy. I mean, it's not that huge of a deal. It just, you know, for okay, totally drawing a blank. I just have to use this completely on myself now. I wouldn't use it on a client. Just for what's the word I'm looking for? Just to not be spreading bacteria, things along those lines. Anyways, so basically, I'm just going to take it, and the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of pull all my brow up. And then at that point, if I've got, you know, kind of any unruly ones, I'll just take a pair of scissors and kind of snip off those. I just did this the other day, so I don't have anything kind of going on there. So while it's still wet, and actually I usually do this before, but I'm going to take, and I'm actually going to use the NYX. I am a big fan of the Too Faced Brow Envy, but that's like a $30 set, so if you're a guy, you may not want to spend that much on it, so you can go get this little NYX one, which is like $5. Just make sure you're getting it in your shade. There's 3 different types. There's like blonde, redhead, and brown and brown. So just kind of take that and go along your natural brow, and I like to curve mine out a little bit more. Sorry, I should probably move the computer over here. My brows tend to be lighter out towards the end, so I like to bring them further out. So, do your brows how you want them. I'm going to close them down a little bit more. If the shoe fits, wear it, bitch. I think if the shoe fits, you should buy it in every color. No. Anyways, so there you go. You get your brows kind of done. You can go back through with a wired brow brush and just kind of pull and lay everything back down. These ones include a wax. You can certainly use the wax to just kind of go on top of to make sure everything's laying down, but that's essentially what that brow set is for as well. There's another really great product from e.l.f. that I use all the time, which is it's a dual-ended stick, like so. This is the brow set on one side and clear mascara on the other. So this is a really, really great thing for guys. But the next thing I'm going to use, again, is another e.l.f. product. Again, a great thing for guys. A dual-ended one. This is under eye coverage, concealer and highlighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the concealer side of it. It's basically got a wand. And I'm going to go on either side of my nose. Right along underneath my eyes. And then if you have any places that you want to do additional coverage, then I would suggest that you do that now. But for me, that's okay. So the first thing I'm going to do with under my eyes is I'm just going to take my finger and kind of pull it a little bit. And I'm kind of rolling it out a little bit. And then I'm just going to take a big fat blending brush and really blend that out. And I'm going to take it up and in here, because obviously, you don't want anybody to know that you're wearing any cosmetics, but we are human. We don't have perfectly flawless skin at all times, but a lot of us want to look like we do. So just make sure you blend that out really well. And then I actually use the brush on this one completely instead of my fingers, just to kind of go right along those dark spots that you get on the side of your nose. Take it up as high as you want. It just depends upon you. And I have a little bit of a red spot from a scar right here, so I just take any excess that's left on the brush and get that. I actually think I need a little bit right on there. So I'm going to take the brush and just work that in a circular motion. And let it up and kind of out into my creases again. So, kind of like so. And then I'm going to use the white, the highlighter side. You want to use this one a little sparingly for guys. And again, same thing with your finger. Just pull it out and then blend it out. And it's just because our skin is so thin around our eyes, especially as we begin to age, that you just can see a lot more darkness in there. So, alright, so I've got those basics done. Next thing I'm going to do is I like a little bit of coverage. Bare Minerals for me is a great product. You just need a little tiny bit. You just tap, it's just the littlest amount into into the lid. Swirl the brush really lightly on it. Tap any excess off. And then just put that on your face. Same thing on the other side. And one thing I really like about Bare Minerals is that it's not shimmery, glittery, or anything like that. It's very matted, or at least, I've got the matte one. So, if you're gonna purchase this, they have like the little try it kit, I think, which is 20 bucks. It has everything you need. It's got the foundation, the bronzer, which I think is really important, and then the finishing powder, which is called their Mineral Veil. So when it comes to the bronzer, it's the same thing, but you want to use just the teentiest amount. This is where you can really kind of go overboard. But you want to put a little bit of color, especially if you're tanning. Like I used to tan very heavily, spray tan. I do in the bed for 15 minutes and then follow it up with the spray. So I'd get really great dark coverage, but it's just not real healthy for your skin, so I stopped doing that. I may continue spray tanning, but to me, I like to have a base for that spray tan to go on top of, because it just looks so much better. So yeah, that's really essentially it for a guy. You'd want to finish it with the setting powder. I'm actually going to use Photo Ready from Revlon, the translucide one as well as the Mineral Veil from the Bare Minerals line. But so there is kind of basic coverage, foundation, concealer, setting your brows, anything along those lines. The last thing that I do is I take the clear mascara side, and again, wiping it off every time if you're doing anything with color. It's totally acceptable to do like a brown or a black if you like. But what I do is I will put this on just to make sure you're getting a really good coat onto your lashes. And then I take the NYX, I dip a little bit of this into that brown in the NYX, and I just put that onto the lashes while they're still wet. That little powder from the eyebrow set. So just dip it in there while it's wet and just kind of blink down onto it. And that, to me, gives me kind of the color that I want without really going over the top and being super, super noticeable. But I love doing the clear mascara because it really, really pulls your eyes out and just makes your lashes so much nicer and pretty, to be, for lack of a better word. So that's it. I mean, it doesn't look like I have makeup on. I feel a little bit more confident about myself. This is a great application again for guys. That's really all you do. Set it if you like with a finishing spray. There's a one by e.l.f. There's ones by Urban Decay. I personally like the MAC Fix Plus spray. I use it in several different applications, but you can always do that as well. So that's it for this one, guys. Take it easy.